Alright, y'all. Ladies, gentlemen, everyone else, I love y'all, bro. I really can't express how much, the support has been going, bro. The channel has been it's just been going crazy. Y'all have been showing so much love, bro, and I literally can't thank y'all enough. But obviously, y'all ain't here for me to yap. Y'all here for this little vid, bro. I'm not good at intros, so don't worry. Like I said, bro, again, I'm just yapping. My bad, y'all. But we got DerekFDB. The scariest kids shows, bro. I really do want to know this. I be just finding these random ass videos on the internet, and I do be fucking with them. And y'all be fucking with them too sometimes. Not even sometimes. Y'all do be fucking with them. Like y'all be tuning in sometimes. So without further ado, lock in with me. Let's lock in.
As a kid, and reminiscing on all those old shows that brought joy to me
Dope
reminded me
show.
of one that brought fear to me.
Damn, are we sad they never made a season 3?
Reminiscing on all those old shows.
Are we sad that we got robbed of a season 3? That shit. I wanted them to make one of summer or them coming back or some shit. But yeah.
That brought joy to me reminded me of one that brought fear to me. I know everything scared me as a kid, but this was different.
Courage, Cowardly Dog
this
is
show
up there,
not only
definitely.
scared me, but it also scared millions.
All right,
And
let's
that
see.
show was Courage the Cowardly Dog. If you never
I
watched
figured.
this show, what's wrong with you?
I
Today, ladies
figured.
and gentlemen, I'll be going over Courage the Cowardly Dog, and I'll be going over 3 of the scariest episodes from the show. And in the end, I'll go over the scariest Courage episode I've ever watched. So yeah, I know.
I didn't, bro. What was I gonna say? What is the scariest episode to y'all, bro? Damn, I literally can't think, bro. It's been a fat ass minute since I watched this show, but this show did scare. Courage scared the fuck out of me when I was a child. But hey, bro, one thing we learned from that nigga, he was never no bitch. His kidney bean built ass was always down to boy. Courage is like, listen, bro, I may scream right now, but guess what? I got that. I got the RPG and the rocket launcher. Like, he's seeking motherfucker waiting on your ass.
The drill. Grab your popcorn, get your stuffed animal,
That nigga
and try not
always
to.
literally said, fuck you.
First
Oh,
episode I'm starting with, The House of
My bad.
Discontent. I'm gonna let y'all know now, every time they play this episode, I just leave my living room. Straight up. This episode starts with us seeing my boy Courage and his family trying to plant a flower in the middle of the night. I ain't no gardener, but is that optimal? And since they live in the literal middle of nowhere, which is pretty much a desert, it don't want to grow. They even tried doing some seance to help, but nothing. And it ain't a Courage the Cowardly Dog episode without Eustace complaining. He starts saying he's done trying to plant stuff, that he's never trying again. I mean, how many times did y'all try for y'all to be doing these seances and blood sacrifices and stuff? We then come back to the crib and we see Muriel doing dishes. Chilling, scrub-a-dub-dubbing, when she hears a voice telling her to get out. And Muriel thought it was just her age. She thought she was senile. But no, it was real. The kitchen drawers and utensils and food start going everywhere. Looked like it was a poltergeist in the crib. Even Eustace wasn't safe. Before he could hop in the bath, the bathroom wall started breaking down. Water going everywhere. Look at Eustace cry. What could have been causing this? Well, after they fall into the basement of the house, Courage, Eustace, and Muriel look up to see a giant floating head.
Oh, nah, boy. This episode did fuck me up, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Whoever did come up with this, you was a bitch for this shit. My child mind cannot endure the... Bro, who even thinks of some shit in a kid this was not no kid show, bro. I don't give
This
a
is
damn.
the spirit of the harvest moon, and he used to scare the boo-boo out of me as a kid. He always reminded me of an evil version of the floating head from Power Rangers. Is it just me? And it actually scarred me. The dark eyes or lack of eyes, his glowing white skin, and there was something about his face being saggy that just threw me off. No joke, he's in my top 5 scariest spirits on TV, right below Cole from Avatar. That do terrify.
Nigga. And you can't make a... Nah, I ain't gonna lie, chat. Would you fold? Because you literally can't make a face or nothing. You can't, not even face. You can't even make... I'm sorry for pausing. My bad, y'all. I'm trying to endure this shit. Nah, I will fold. Because, I will fold. I make too much expression.
He's here to tell them to...
Get the hell out! Get out!
Why? Because Eustace doesn't respect the land they live on. Come on. Now why we gotta punish everyone for one dude's mistake?
Nigga.
That ain't fair. I used to hate when they did that in school. Off topic, but I remember back in high school, I was on the track team for like a month. And this one time we were running a 5K, which was already horrible. That's like 3 miles. And when we finished, one of the captains told us we had to run it again. All cause this one kid in the back was just running too slow. Man, we were all pissed at him. And the kid felt really bad about it. Like, really bad. Even I feel bad looking back.
Speaking of that, bro, y'all, listen, nigga, high school, your coaches did not tolerate that shit, bro. Nigga, I remember, I'm trying to think of a punishment. Not trying to think. I'm trying to think one time, nigga, it was a punishment we had, cause bro, the cardio down to the lifting, that shit was not. I'm not even trying to remember that shit. Fuck that, bro. Fuck
Back on
all
it
that.
now, because we jumped the out of him
Man,
after
that's what I'm
practice.
saying,
The Spirit
bro.
doesn't give them a
Like,
chance, though.
high school was the chance, bro. Don't get in trouble, bro. But like, I fucked up one time. So nah, I did fuck up one time. So like, nah, I'm talking shit.
He told them they can stay in their home if they manage to grow a plant. Okay, that's not that bad. By midnight. This is another one of those things that scared me in this episode. They're expected to revive a dead plant by midnight, and it's 11:50. I'm like 8 years old watching this. My mind immediately goes to, what if this guy was in my crib? I don't know how to grow a plant in 10 minutes. I don't know how to grow a plant, period.
Nigga.
I even know division yet? I knew if he spawned in my crib, it would have been rapture me. I mean, even these dudes barely made it out, because Eustace was still refusing to even try to plant.
I would've
So
sacrificed
Courage
his
does
ass.
what he normally has to do and tries to save his family. And he was pulling out all the stops on this plant, giving it light, serenading it, a blood transfusion. Nothing was working. See, he messed up. He ain't giving mouth to mouth. Courage tries to run inside and use a leaking valve for water, but Baldy over here was practically melting their house, so the water turned into sand. But Courage had one more idea. He takes advantage of the heat and uses Eustace's sweat to water the plant. And it works. The plant grows.
Aw.
Eustace takes all the credit for it, but the Spirit was satisfied. See, this one wasn't that bad because it had a good ending, but I can't say the same for the rest of them. Next one is...
Nah, fuck that. That cat. Who remembers that cat from this goddamn cartoon? That fucking whatever that nigga was, or he, she. I don't know what the fuck it was, bro. There were too many of them, nigga. I hated the fox cat, whatever the hell it was, boy. Fuck that.
Just off the name alone, you know it's gonna be something weird. Now, this episode didn't really make me run away from my TV or anything like the last one, but it left me feeling uneasy, unsettled. This one starts with some creepy narration on the bus by this shadowy figure talking about how naughty he is. What the? This dude is Fred, Muriel's nephew. And I already know I'm gonna get Unk jokes, but he really
Nephew?
makes me grateful for my niece and
Damn,
nephew.
he was a
'Cause
nephew?
this dude is weird. According to Eustace, he's a freak. Not that kind. Eustace says he's a freaky guy who owns a freaky barbershop where he does who knows what, but it's probably freaky. And Eustace was something
Like
we could
Diddy type
finally
shit?
agree
No,
on.
let me
Said
not
he
joke.
doesn't want
Let me not
that
joke
freak
about that.
anywhere near his home. Yeah, I don't blame you, because when we finally see how this dude looks, oh my
Goodness!
y'all know me. I hate to judge off appearances. Even in this show, they taught us not to judge a book by its cover. Remember that one episode with the super ugly hunchback dude? He was chopped, but he was cool people. But this dude, he may not have the hunchback, but he got that mad scientist hair, lanky, slender arms. Are his eyes green? And then the worst thing off his appearance was his smile.
Man.
Oh my goodness. Every time he saw someone, especially Courage, like, why are you looking at Courage like that? He always revealed those janky teeth. I mean, no surprise there. They said he's British. But, come on, bro. Looks like you be chewing on cinder blocks and smoking cigarettes for a living. Big ass smile, too. Looking like he swallowed a whole watermelon slice. But his
Goddamn.
smile wasn't the only thing that was off about him.
Nigga showing more than 32. Motherfucker. God damn.
We also know
Got a
he's a
few
barber,
extra in
and
there.
there ain't nothing inherently wrong with being a barber. You know, there's different passions in the world. Some people like making art, making music, making food. I mean, bro, I come from a race of people who can be three things: a baseball player, a deadbeat father, or a barber. So it's perfectly fine with me if someone likes cutting hair. But Fred, he really likes cutting hair, to the
He
point
too.
where it seems like it's some sort of fetish or kink for him. I'm not even joking either. I understood this as a kid watching this. They played that creepy, cheerful music when he was fantasizing or reminiscing on cutting hair. During
Ew.
his flashbacks, you would see him get all geeked to see hair. Like, bro,
Ew, he's sweating.
oh, he's sweating from excitement. You know how excited you gotta be for it to make you
Like,
nervous?
bro.
And this ain't regular. And once I heard him say that line about how he gets in a certain mood, I knew what kind of stuff he was on. The episode ends with Fred getting arrested after Courage gets trapped in the bathroom with him, of all places. Trapped in the bathroom with a random relative? Not a vibe.
Yeah.
And he shaves off all of Courage's hair, leaving a message on Courage's butt. With love, Fred. Yeah, this dude is a freak. But floating white heads and freaky dudes named Fred have nothing on the last one I'm about to go over. This one. This is the one that made me and everyone else who watched this show growing up have nightmares. Like, I don't remember the first time I peed myself, but I do remember the last time. And it was when I watched this episode. last week. This episode
This
starts
nigga
different
said
than the
last
other two.
week.
It opens up
Get
and
the
we're in the
fuck-
middle of a police chase. You know how desperate or bored them cops gotta be to chase someone into the middle of nowhere? There could be someone getting robbed in
Yeah, that's bro.
your city right now, looking like some NYC.
Nigga, they don't give a damn, bro. I swear to God, police will go to the wits ends for nothing at this fucking point in time,
MTA cops. Priorities all the way messed up. The people or animals, I should say, being chased are these two cats. I always putting cats in the stuff.
fucking cat.
And why are they being chased? Well, apparently the cops from earlier had a right to be this desperate because these two stole a precious artifact. And this thing must have been very precious because one of the cats gets the bright idea to bury it out of fear of being caught with it. I don't really see the point in this. Like, was it weighing y'all down? You're in a car. That freaking 2-foot hat you got on looks like it'll weigh you down more. But whatever this thing they were burying
Big-ass
was,
hat.
it
Bro,
must
they
have
gonna
had some
find you
mad juju
immediately.
on it or something. Because the second these two cats get back in the
This
car and
motherfucker
are
really
about
know
to
how
take
to
off,
tune.
the road becomes foggy. A mysterious figure appears. And they get packed up. Yeah, some bugs spawned in, surrounded their car, and they were gone. Like,
Nigga,
who's
nah.
responsible for this? Shino? Conveniently though, where these two cats, RIP, buried this artifact was right across the street from Courage's crib. Where we see the next morning,
responsible for
Courage digs it up. Alright. See, this is why I'm be feeling bad for Courage at some point. He been through too much to still be doing all this curiosity stuff. He brings the thing he dug up back to Eustace and Muriel.
His name
and
is
we all know
Courage, bro.
Eustace's miserable self never liked anything new in his
Curiosity.
life, so he immediately
my
throws it.
dumbass.
But
My
while
bad.
Longchin Eustace is complaining about Courage, you stupid dog. The news comes on the TV talking about this priceless artifact that was stolen by these two criminals. I'm sorry, I know this is off topic, but what's up with all these dudes having the syndrome chin? Turns out though, the artifact that these dudes stole was not trash like Eustace said. It was actually priceless, worth millions. And Eustace may be a miserable old man, but he truly is a paper chaser. Cause the second you heard moolah, bread,
That
money was
motherfucker-
involved,
hey.
he went and retrieved it. But this was a mistake because Eustace wanting to keep the slab was triggering something in it, something dark. Luckily though, this ginger mustache fellow comes by to retrieve the slab and stop this potential thing from being triggered. And you know Courage was in full agreement. He started hitting his Eustace starts asking
I
the
wish
dude
my-
how much bread he's trying to
Yo,
offer for the slab.
what would y'all
you know?
do if y'all had a dog like Courage, or your dog could do shit like Courage, just like warn you all the time? Would you take it? Like, would you like, you know, would you heave the warning and shit? I don't know. That motherfucker sleeping right now. Not playing.
Fortunately for Courage, this dude wasn't offering any money, just a tote bag. Like, what the? Do I
Bitch.
look like a Midtown Manhattan girl? Eustace
Man.
declines, but I would have taken that tote bag a million times over what came next. Because later that night, while Eustace is rocking back and forth, imagining all the things he'd buy with the money, they hear the door rattling. Eustace goes outside to check what's going on, and this moment right here is what traumatized me, you, your brother, your mama, and anyone else who watched this show. Eustace goes to check what's happening and sees this thing. This
Yeah,
3D,
bro.
4K resolution, 3 strands of hair having mummy.
fuck?
Yo, I can't explain to y'all how unsettling it was watching this as a kid. I mean, look at his chin. Mind you,
Ew.
this was playing the latest, like 5 p.m. But it still terrified me so much I'd have to cover my eyes. I don't know if it was his voice, the whole the way he was moving his body,
Pause.
or both.
Pause.
But this dude was too much. He tells Eustace if he
Mind
doesn't,
you, this was a kid's show.
he will be cursed and visited by 3 plagues, each getting worse than the last. Oh my goodness, just give me the heebie-jeebies remembering.
Just
But
give him the
Eustace
shit.
don't care about that. He then starts asking the mummy how
Nigga making threats like that and moving like that, give him the shit, give him just give it to him, give him whatever.
much he gonna pay for the slab. And the mummy straight up ignores Eustace asking that, which y'all know what that means. Broke boy, you ain't nothing but a broke boy, boy. Eustace slams the door and that mummy did not waste time. He immediately starts flooding their home. From the basement to the first floor to the attic.
Leave
Look at
Eustace's
Eustace. Had
ass,
enough time
bro.
to grab a freaking snorkel before he even thought about helping his wife.
This
Courage
the greed the Bible be talking
thankfully swims to the basement and pulls out the plug, but it wasn't over. That was only the beginning. The next plague was ear screeching music. And this one may not have sounded like a big deal to me when I was a kid because all early 2000s music was great. But in 2025, this would be horrible. Imagine Cardi B blasting out like 210 decibels. Oh my goodness, that'd be torture. Courage eventually
That's
finds a
not
solution to
cool.
that plague too, but Eustace still didn't want to give up the dang slab. With Eustace still not complying came the 3rd plague. And King Ramsey aside, this is the scariest part of this episode. The 3rd plague was a swarm of bugs. I know some of y'all right now are like, oh, seriously? Bugs are scary? Yes, they are. Have y'all seen how a swarm of bugs looks? Look. And I'm pretty sure
Ew.
it's supposed to be locusts too, so this is like biblical. The bugs, just like they did earlier to those 2 cats, RIP, ravaged through everything. And Eustace, with no other choice, says maybe it's time to let go of the slab.
Maybe,
so Courage
nigga.
takes it and tosses it, and it stops. Everything's okay. It's looking like a happy ending. But Eustace had to go and mess it up. Since all the plagues were over, he tells the mummy he don't got any more tricks left in his bag. So technically, the slab is his, which sounds smart, but then you remember, he can just run it back. The episode ends with Courage and Muriel chilling in the broken crib, and Eustace now trapped in the same slab that he was feeding for. I think there's a metaphor here, but I don't really feel like it. That was pretty much all the Courage episodes I found really scary, at least as a kid. As an adult, the scariest ones are definitely the Butcher Pig one and the Perfection one. Even Skin Crawl. Comment down below the ones you guys found the scariest. And before you go,
God,
I'm also thinking about doing a confessions video. I've seen some people I enjoy watching do the same with their community, so I thought it'd be fun to do it with you guys. So I'm gonna leave a little Google form to fill out in the comments and on my IG. Go follow.
Maybe when the channel, you know, get a little bit more following, bro, we gonna, like, a little more popping on IG, we gonna have to do a confessions. I want to see a weird confessions. I want to see some confessions out of y'all.
And chill out, it's anonymous, so no need to worry about waking up to banging on your door at 2:52 a.m. So yeah, fill it out, pretty please. And moral of the story? We jumped the frick out of him after practice.
Treat me like what?
Break, now we need a break. Try to run away, try to get away. So I could
Chat, what was the scariest, like, episode of Courage? I want to know, because I'm telling you, it was that fucking cat. If y'all know what I'm talking about, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But hey, man, I love y'all. Hope y'all having a beautiful, just life every single day. Waking up just loving everything. Yeah. But yeah, that's that. I love y'all.